Drafting worldwide, wide. So in Revit, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to start a new project, and this is the first thing that comes up. And if you choose construction template, your entire project will be messed up from this point. So this is extremely important that you don't choose construction template. You need to choose an architectural template. Very, very, very important. I say OK. And it starts out in this little window. It's called level 1. So the first thing to note with Revit is this user interface. So over here I have properties and I have a project browser. So this is kind of like Inventor. So in the project browser, we're on level 1. And if I wanted to, I could just come in and start drawing some walls. So I click on the wall button, and it basically just wants me to start drawing some walls on the screen. So I could do something like that. And what it did was it created a default basic wall generic 8. So there's all kinds of different walls in here. Unfortunately, the wall that we're going to use is not in here. So we're going to have to create a custom wall. So I can delete that. And under wall, where it says the properties, basic wall generic 8, I'm just going to click edit type. I'm going to do a duplicate of this, or I could pick any of these really as a starting point. I'm going to say duplicate, and I'm going to call this exterior garage wall. And under this part where it says structure, I'm going to say edit. And you'll notice that we talked about core boundary before, so we have a core boundary on both sides of the wall. So this side of the wall is the exterior side, and this side is the interior side. So on the inside the core boundary, what we have is the structure. So this is going to be 3.5 inches, which is the thickness of my wall, my studs. Then I'm going to click over here and I'm going to insert, and this is going to be, this is on the exterior side, I'm going to have a substrate, which is my OSB. And I'm not going to worry about the material types just yet. I'm just going to make that 0.5 inches thick. And then I'm going to insert one more, and this is going to be my finish. And I'll leave the material alone again, and I'm going to make this 0.75 inches thick, and that is going to be my vinyl siding. If I wanted to do any drywall, I would insert another one right here and make my drywall down here. But I'm not going to have drywall on this. So that right there is going to be my wall. I'm going to have my core boundary on the inside. I'm going to have my structure, which is 3.5 inches thick. I'm going to have my OSB, which is a 1/2 inch thick, and I'm going to have my 3/4 inch siding finish. I'm going to say OK, and OK. And now, whenever I draw that wall, I can come out here and it actually makes that wall the size that I asked it to. So the next step to this, first of all, I'm going to do a 30 by 40 garage. So I'm going to come in here with my wall, and I'm just going to get it close to 30. I don't really care if it's exact. And then I'm going to go 40 deep. And come over here. And I'm not worried about this being exact right now, because what I'm going to do, the very next step, is I'm going to come up here to my Annotate tab. I'm going to choose Aligned. And if I just came down here and started adding dimensions, it automatically wants to go to the center of the wall. I don't want to go to the center of the wall. What I want to do instead is I want to go to Face of Core. So this will exclude the siding. You kind of have to zoom in on there and pick that dashed line. And then I come out to this side and I choose the same. I drop that there, pick that one. I don't want to go to the corner. I want to come back away from the corner a little bit. Choose that dashed line on the the exterior side. Come out, drop it. I'll click my Modify button, and I want to move this wall. I want to make this 40 feet exactly. So I click on this wall. Whenever I do that, it activates this dimension. So I click that, type 40, enter. I'm going to do the same thing with this wall. Click on that dimension, and I'm going to make that 30. I don't have to type in feet because feet is the unit of measurement default in Revit. Once I'm done with that, I have the start of my floor plan laid out, and I can pause right there.